Man, really exactly the type of game we anticipated. Got a really good defense, man, got a hostile environment. They had a young quarterback, and so we knew they were going to do some things to minimize his exposure to our defensive unit. They weren't going to take a lot of risk, and so we had to get stops the traditional way. And so it was a lot of those things. We just came up a play or two short. But that happens, man. That's what happens when you're competing in this league and on days like today. And so we own that. We compliment them for doing enough to win. We'll go back to the lab and continue to work. But really, I just thought that's how the game unfolded. Man, I had a real good feel of it. We had a real good feel of it. We knew what had to happen, just not enough of it for us. The communication on defense, like we talked about all week, was a little bit challenging early on. They were able to get some points. We settled down and smoothed that out. We weren't able to get enough big plays on offense for the field positioning component and thus the points component of it. Because that's what you got to do when you play against a great defense in their venue. You're not going to drive the ball, 15-play drives and things like that. You need some chunks to comprise those scoring drives, and we knew that. We worked toward that. We just didn't connect on enough of them. And so we'll learn from this. We'll do so while absorbing the L, because that's what you do in this thing, and we'll be back. Elijah Riley had a high ankle. We have some other bumps and bruises associated with play. I'll give you more details on that the next time we're together. Questions?
Mike, when you got the ball with 142, 3 straight passes, any thought to trying to run the ball there? What was the thought process?
Move down the field and put ourselves in field goal position. And so when you're unsuccessful, man, there's a lot of latitude in terms of judgment, play selection, et cetera. We stand by what we did.
Mike, what do you have to do to get your offense going? One big play today, other than that?
They got a really good defense, man. They make a lot of offenses look like that, coupled with their venue. We got to give them some credit. We knew their reputation in week 2. Maybe the rest of the National Football League didn't. But it's kind of been confirmed in the weeks after that, and obviously they're really good today.
Mike, is Kenny missing some confidence right now?
No.
Anyone else?
What do you see with Kenny that just doesn't seem to be clicking?
I think the Cleveland Browns had a lot to do with that. I'd be disingenuous, man, if I didn't compliment them on their players, their schematics, how they played today, the venue component of it. From an offensive perspective, there's a lot of things that were challenging today.
Some of the missed throws he had, was that a matter of a miscommunication with the receiver, like an overthrow to Deontay?
I don't know specifically what throws you're talking about. I'll let him speak for himself.
He was under pressure a lot today, Mike. You expect that from their pass rush, obviously.
Particularly environmentally.
Mike, do you look at this and think you should have gotten Jalen more than 9 carries?
I don't. When you're unsuccessful, you can look back and make a lot of those type judgments, man. We don't live like that. We don't live in our fears. We don't second guess, man. We live. And so I stand by whatever decisions or play selections or ball distributions we had today.
Coach, your team 6 penalties compared to the Browns only having won the entire game. Some of those coming from the defensive side. Do you think that was maybe within lack of discipline or something being questionable or just?
No, not at all. Not at all. Just football.
You're crediting the Browns defense for today, but the passing game has had some trouble getting going for the last month now. What do you think needs to change there?
I don't know if you could describe it as having a tough time getting going. Maybe we just have run it really effectively for the last few weeks.
Anyone else?
Mike, how difficult is it for an offense when they get quick pressure like they were getting?
You just got to work to stay out of one-dimensional moments and environments like this when they got dynamic rushers. And so there were some times where we were in one-dimensional moments in an environment like this versus dynamic rushers, and that's what happens.
Mike, how important has Jalen Warren been to what you've done this year, and is that play sort of indicative of what he brings to the table?
He's been a significant component of what we do.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.